Anyways, welcome back to the Mellow Girls podcast. I'm Deborah.
Oh, I'm Sabrina.
And I'm your host.
No, you're not. My confidence is back.
This was a siege.
Oh, she was Mima at the Capitol. Anyway, stop looking at me while I do it. Like, that's what makes it so strange.
We're having a conversation. I'm not supposed to look at you?
Well, I'm not addressing you right now. I'm addressing them. Hey. Anyways, I'm gonna straight up say it. I'm gonna put it out there right now. This is going up a day late because I'm sick. I'm not sick.
She's tired. She did not sleep.
And then my tummy hurts. I've had an upset tummy all week.
Get some Pepto.
I've never wanted to beat somebody up so much.
Okay.
Next week's episode is going to be live audio of our fight.
What's the topic today, Queen, that you refused to tell me?
Excuse me. We're not there yet. I'm the host. Anyways, what have y'all been up to? What y'all been doing? We need to talk about pop culture for a second. We are the news. We are the news.
The news is not pop culture.
Well, yeah, some news it is. Like, pop culture news.
So are we them?
Yeah. Obviously, I'm not like, there was a shooting in Toronto last night. Not that news. There's all types of news.
Also, first of all,
excuse me!
I hope you liked our episode from last week. Let us know. We are now on Apple Podcasts or iTunes and Spotify and YouTube and all that stuff. So we had to do a little housekeeping first. And now back to the news.
And that's partially why it's going up tomorrow, because last week I broke my back carrying those podcasts.
Oh my gosh, I'm literally about
shut up!
to punch you.
And then, I'm so tired this week. Anyways, the stuff I do for y'all. I have to put a payment down to put that stuff in. Did you know that?
No.
You have to have like a hosting service for your podcast. Anyways, if anyone knows how to get a podcast on like Google Play, because that stuff is difficult, I just gave up. Hit me up, DM me at Sabrina on Instagram. Anyways, pop culture news. We need to talk about Kanye right now. Kanye and Jeffree Star, because that's something that I've been thinking about.
First of all, Kanye was on the last episode of Catfish, so if you are a Catfish fan...
Yeah, so in the last episode of Catfish, the guy getting catfished looks just like Kanye. Yeah. No, it wasn't that episode. It was 2 episodes ago.
Yes, okay, anyways, so 2 weeks ago, we saw this episode of Catfish, right? And he looked like Kanye, and I think it's a little sus that this week they begin a divorce with Spiderius involved. So, I don't understand how Jeffree Star is always in the middle of people's dramas. Save your drama for your mama, Jeffree. Because ain't nobody want to hear it. But, anyways.
That's something we need to talk about. We also need to talk about Mima at the Capitol.
How they let this girl in?
I don't understand how they let anybody in. I saw something, and it was like, it's harder to get into a Catholic classroom with a hoodie on than it is to get into the Capitol.
For real. That blonde lady from our high school, the British lady from our cafeteria, if you know us personally.
Well, I don't know her. I never.
Okay, well, if you know me personally and you are in the same grade or within the same years that I went to high school, you know what cafeteria British lady I'm talking about. Before, she could feel the hoodie coming into the caf before you even set foot in there with your mookie. She was so mean.
I don't understand why they get so triggered.
Yeah. Anyways, how did Mima get in? I saw something too. Guys, also, this is a comedy podcast, so we satirically, I think that's what it is. Like, we talk about politics and stuff with satire, okay? We are out here having a good time. We're trying to rip you away from the actual news because clearly it is a joke. So we out here giving you the real facts, okay?
But like, no jokes aside, like, I will openly hate against the Trump administration.
Oh, yes.
But I'm saying, like, our views align with, like, we support everybody.
Yes.
Except for, like, people who don't support everybody.
Yeah, that's a very good way of putting it. But I saw this thing, right? It was like they spent like 700 and either $1 million or $1 billion a year on security, and how all these Bobs and Karens just make their way in. How did that happen?
Someone's Mima.
How did Mima get the password? I don't understand. You know how hard it is trying to find my own Wi-Fi password in my own house that we pay for, and everyone's like, "Yo, can you like open the door?" And they were like, "Oh yeah, for sure. Here you go." And I was like, "Huh?" That was the most that from someone who does not live in the States or anyone near DC or just that was honestly the craziest thing I've ever seen in my life. And like as a politics junkie, like for reals, I was like, you always hear about a coup and a siege and all of that, and then when it actually happens, and I was like, huh? But like I didn't understand how it was straight up just like civilians just straight up marched themselves in and were like, let us in.
I don't
boom, boom, boom.
I don't understand like what they thought the outcome would be. It's like the whole Sirius Black situation where if you're a Harry Potter fan, I had this question the other day where it's like when he gets into Hogwarts, what was his plan? Like when you got into the Capitol, what was your end goal? To march out with like a congresswoman? Like what?
Like you just thought you were gonna like sit at the head of the House of Commons and be like, we have taken over, we don't agree with any of the voters' decisions because, you know, democracy is falling right now and everything that this country was built on is now falling because my name is Bob and I live in Georgia and I will never come here again until I leave with everybody on my back because I am now the president. Like, huh? I thought that was so funny. Like, what was the... I don't honestly...
What was the reason?
Yeah, for real. I don't understand. I think they just thought
I zoned out halfway through your conversation, by the way.
Well, yeah, what else? Typical.
No, but like, why are you going off so hard? You're like, this is satire, and then you're like, these Americans!
No, but like, I just honestly... You know that situation when you have like a big decision coming up, right? And it could like make or break you. And then you're like, okay, this is what I'm going to do. You get to the decision, but then when you get to the thing, you don't know what to do. I think they just like, were like, well, let's invade the Capitol.
They didn't think they'd get that far.
They didn't think that the people would actually open the gates for them and just let them march right in. Because, you know, which is a whole topic in itself that we can discuss. But, and then they got that far, and, like, this Chewbacca man was just walking through with, like, Abraham Lincoln, the portrait, looking at him like, hey, sir, how you get here?
Yeah.
If you don't leave and go back to space, I'm gonna have a big problem.
Speaking of...
Chewbacca?
The Capitol.
Can you connect to Wi-Fi?
Anyone who takes more than 1 second to gather their thoughts, the W absolutely pops off. Meanwhile, it will take her 10 minutes to talk about her emotions. And...
Yeah, that's different.
No, it's not!
Yeah, it is.
Anyways, I was watching another podcast, and they were saying that, I think it was Washington or something, was going to be called Columbia, but then the country of Columbia was like, eh. Oh. Yeah. Isn't that weird? That's why it's like DC, like, is a district of Columbia or something.
Yes. I didn't realize. I saw another thing. It was like, okay, so Mexico, they want the wall now. And I was like, hey, yo, Canada does too.
Yeah. I don't want Mima just walking across the border.
I don't want her to make her way over to us. Stay there. Stay back. Fencing emojis. Stay back.
Stop touching my toe.
No.
She keeps on touching my ding dong. Anyways, today's topic.
Can we talk about first? Speaking of ding dongs, I straight up punted my toilet this week. And it hurt so bad. So, okay.
Instead of seeking medical attention, she texted me. Like, what am I gonna do?
Okay. So, let's set the scene, yo. If you know anything about us, we get off topic quite easily, so you're just gonna have to...
You keep saying, like, if you know about us. Even if you don't know about us, it's pretty easy to see we get off topic.
Okay, anyways. So, I was gonna take a bath, right? A nice, relaxing bath. I was taking my sock off. People are gonna be drunk by the end of this if we say take a shot every time we say anyways. So, don't do that.
You're the one who says it, though.
You say anyways, too.
No.
Yeah. Play this back and count.
I edit it, so no.
Okay, wow, rude. I was taking my sock off, right? And my foot went full swing. I don't know why it did that. And then my bare ass foot went straight into the toilet bowl. And
Not into the toilet bowl.
No. Into the side of the toilet.
She kicked the toilet bowl. Well, I understand the story, but I'm saying, as someone who, like, wasn't getting the texts, like, oh, my ding dong.
Okay, Anywho, so I kicked the toilet bowl, and the first thing that went was my big toe, and I swear it went down. It matched to my pinky toe. That's how hard it was, and like it was so hard that the toilet bowl was like bonk, like, and I was like, oh. And like it was so sore, and like I was so shocked because I could not believe that I had just done that. And so of course I had to text the person that I thought would help me, and all she said was, "Oh no."
What was I supposed to do?
Are you good?
I'm the one who made the joke about her toe collapsing to the size of her pinky toe, keep in mind. Debbie, like, gets mad at my jokes throughout the week, and then she whips them out on the podcast.
Okay, but we're not talking about who steals jokes. We're talking about my broken ass big toe.
No.
Yes, my broken ass big toe. That is, medical attention is much more important than who stole the jokes.
I said that it squashed down to the size of her pinky toe, and she got so triggered.
Because it did. You weren't there.
No, but I'm saying, I wasn't talking about stealing the joke. I'm talking about, like, how angry you were that your toe broke.
Wouldn't you be angry?
No, you move on. There's nothing you can do after you've broken your ding-dong. Like, being angry doesn't solve anything.
Okay, it does when you kicked a toilet bowl. When you got taken down by a toilet bowl.
Okay, but, like, I'm glad it finally got back.
Topic of discussion. Anyways, somehow we got a topic of toes. I don't know how we got on.
Because you did!
Okay.
She's really pissing me off. Today's topic is astrology.
Okay.
Like, zodiac signs. Because, and I was holding it as, like, a secret because I'm like, oh my god, Debbie loves astrology. But then she was pissing me off. So
yeah, okay. Zodiac signs. We were having this discussion in the line at Walmart the other day. I have seen comments of people being like, zodiac sign, people who think zodiac signs, like, exist is blah, blah, blah. And, like, is, like, a liar. And, like, people who, like, believe in astrology is, like, stupid. Okay, bro, it's literally the stars and the universe.
I don't understand why it's called astrology and not just, like, in astronomy. It's about the same shit.
I don't know.
It's about your connection to the planets. Yeah. And the stars. Like, why are we classified as something completely different?
This is a word to the wise. If you are...
But I mean, it's kind of like...
That is not the word to the wise. I was going to say what it was, and now...
Isn't, like... If you're, like, a botanist, aren't you, like, a biologist? It's, like, a subsection, I guess.
I don't know.
Okay.
But... anyone who denies astrology and zodiac signs, read them their birth chart. Like, no joke, deadass, read them their birth chart. They will never deny it again. I have done that to so many people, and they're just like, okay, yeah, damn. But those people that deny it, why are you touching my leg? Can I help you?
It looked funny.
You look funny, I don't touch you.
Yeah, you do, all the time. You beat me up.
So, all those people that deny it, and also there's randomly, like, everybody knows what their sun sign is. At some point, they'll be
sun
like...
sign? Is that what it says?
Yeah. We're Capricorns. That's our sun sign.
Sun sign? That sounds dumb.
Okay, well, I didn't make it up.
Sunshine.
Okay. They'll be like, hey, what's your sign? Everybody kind of knows what their sign is, even if they don't know what it means.
Yeah.
So, you somewhat are infiltrated with some kind of knowledge.
But, like, it's the thing where it's, like, I'm, like, not, like, super into zodiac stuff. But I, like, associate the signs with the personalities of people I've met.
And they're pretty accurate, aren't they?
Well, yeah, obviously, but I'm saying I'm not, like... Like, there are some signs where I just, like, genuinely don't know about because I've never met somebody with that sign. Yeah. Or I've obviously met somebody with that sign, but, like, I just, like, don't care enough about their birthday. Or them to analyze that.
Yeah, that's true.
You know what I mean? Like, I know I get along with, like, Cancers. Because, like, two people. I was talking about my personal experience with...
I was also talking about my personal experience. This is a collaborative effort, and if I get shunned one more time...
But you always be making stuff about you! Anyways, I was going to get to you and say that Debbie has more connections with Libras than I do. Oh my god! You guys couldn't see it, but she was dead.
Yes, I have connections with Libras. Two of the closest people in my life are Libras. I don't know how that happened, because, like, I literally want to punch them both.
But, like, meanwhile, I'm on the Libra hate train.
Yeah.
Like, I can't recall a Libra I am like close friends with. I can't like I know I get along with Aries. Arieses? What are multiple Aries called?
Every eye.
I'm friends with the Arianas. But you know what I mean? I get along with like Aries people. I get along with Cancers.
Yeah, I dig fire signs.
Earth and fire signs are superior.
These are from Earth signs, which are superior. But yeah, I also think there's a huge thing where like we had this discussion too. That's if you are like, for example, you're a December Capricorn and I'm a January Capricorn and we are completely different people. Like I have a few things that I would associate with Aquarius, and you have very much things that associate with Sagittarius. And I think that's also something people need to take into effect, that you are not solely just this one sign, okay? There are like 12 houses that dictate all of these other things that you are. So some people are like, well, like, I'm a Gemini, and like, I don't think I have anything to do with Gemini, It's like, so dig deeper, you will see. Yeah, girl, hold your thought, I ain't finished. But yeah, dig deeper, because we are completely different people, and, anyways, what you want?
I was just saying that I have like other things in Sagittarius though.
Yes.
Yeah. So I think that's like, but you have stuff in Aquarius.
Yes. I also have 7 houses in Capricorn.
Okay,
which makes me absolutely insane.
Okay, we get it. You're a ram.
Excuse me?
A ram.
Oh.
I was talking to Dev about this once, and I think that like the month you're born sometimes has more to do with your personality and stuff than your zodiac sign. Because like I find I'm more similar to other people born in December, even if they're like a Sagittarius and stuff, than I am with like you.
Yes.
And I've like met people that are like different signs but in the same month, but they're still very similar. So I'm like, well, they should have just done it by month, not like that's this random stuff. But I mean, like, it's obviously a lot of zodiac stuff has to do with like it's history based, so you can't just go back and change the signs.
I'm interested. Do y'all believe in zodiac signs? Like, is that important to you? You know what is like so...
It's the way you raise your voice.
You know what is so fascinating to me is like compatibility of zodiac signs. Like, okay, don't roll your eyes. You brought the topic up. I'm going to discuss it, everybody. Listen up. Okay, but compatibility of zodiac signs can be important, but I don't think it's the end-all, be-all of any relationship, right?
Yeah.
Are you yawning?
I'm sorry. I told you at the beginning, I'm tired.
Because, like, Capricorns, for example, are meant to be with, like, Virgos and Scorpios and Pisces and Tauruses. Those are, like, our, like, top 4 people.
I don't think I've ever met a single person in any of those houses.
I knew someone who was a Taurus. I don't think I've met enough Virgos.
But, like, with that Taurus, were you, like, romantically...
I did like them.
Okay. Did they like you?
No. It was unrequited love, and I do not recommend.
What was it?
0 out of 5 on Yelp. I cannot tell you. And also, I have a bad thing with Scorpios. A lot of the people I liked were Scorpios, and I really don't want to be with Scorpios because they are just, like... They are crazy people.
Everyone always talks about how much they hate, like, Scorpios and Geminis.
Yes.
I don't think I've never had a bad experience with a Gemini.
No, I think Geminis are starting to grow on me. I hadn't really known a lot of Geminis, but I've kind of kept eyes on a few Geminis, and I'm like, okay, you're dope, let's be friends. But I don't think it's the end-all, be-all. Remember, keep this in mind, people. You can make any relationship work if you make the effort. And
unless you're a Libra, do not come near me. Although, I was going to say all the Libras listening are like, dang. But, like, who out here trying to, like, cuff me?
Have you ever seen, so remember we were doing this evaluation of, like, a house that we know, like, a household. And there was 3 Leos and 2 Capricorns in that house. And I was like, how has one of them not died? Like, how has there not been a coup of Capricorns or of Leos? Like,
oh my God,
how did they survive for so long living in that one
3
house?
Leos?
2 Leos and 3 Capricorns. Like, that's crazy. That is a lot.
That is a lot of headstrong people in one house.
Yeah, that is a lot of, like, Excuse me, who's closing the window? It ain't us. So yeah, there's certain households that I'm like, this, huh? How is this possible? Like in our household, like me and you are Capricorns. Our mom is a Libra and my dad is an Aries. When I tell you, my mom loses every argument in this house, and then when my dad is involved, gee, what is the point of you even speaking, Miss Ma'am? You ain't gonna win anything. And oh my god, literally do not even get me started on Libras. Why can't y'all make a decision for shit?
My favorite pastime is yelling at Libras. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yelling at Libras and old people is my favorite thing to do. And if it's an old Libra,
do not even get me started.
I spend 90% of my time arguing with mom.
Yeah, if I hear one more decision, if I hear one more thing, like, I don't know, it's up to you. I don't know, just choose anything. No! Make a decision, please. Please. Or she'll be like, I think mom started this because when I was younger, she'd be like, well, why are you asking me? You already know what you're going to do. Because sometimes, you know, you just, like, want some advice.
You want a second opinion.
You know, a second opinion never hurt nobody. And this girl already knows that I already made a first and second and third opinion. But, like, I just want to know if your opinion is wrong. That is a very Capricorn thing to think, like, hey, I'm going to go to you. And if you give me the wrong opinion, I'm just going to do what I was going to do anyways. But I just want to know if we're on the same page. But this girl doesn't even try and input her opinion, okay? She can't make a decision for the restaurant. Oh my god, don't even get me started on Libra decision making. They literally, okay, this is like also not all Libras, but most of them that I have met. You go to a restaurant, right? Capricorns, creatures of habits, will eat the same thing until we die because, you know, why would you change what's good? I have probably tasted every single chicken finger and fry menu in this entire, like, vicinity of where I live. Why? Because I know what's good, okay? But then Libras will be like, I just want to be different. If I hear someone say, I just want to be different, and then they get the food and then they hate it.
Right? Or they spend, like, 20 minutes looking at the menu for something different and the waitress comes and you're like, Miss Girl, I'm hungry. Like, finally, let's order. And then they end up ordering the same thing they always order.
For real.
If you wanted to read the menu like a book, look up the PDF.
Before you show up. Because Capricorns, we have already done that 4 days before when we made this reservation because I planned on showing up and sitting my ass down, ready to eat some food. I don't need to wait an additional 25 minutes for you to be like, okay, yeah, come back. Oh, we're not ready. No, we ready. You not ready. You can wait. I will order my food. You can watch me eat. I do not care. I'm tired of this. I will not stand for it this year. This year is the year I will not stand for this.
This year is the year that Debbie is joining my forces to beat all Libras up. If you are a Libra, make sure to DM me so I know where your location is. Just give me your social security number.
Oh my gosh.
Your address.
This is the Cap takeover.
Your statistics, because I have to know if you're bigger than me. Most people are taller than me, but I'm pretty thick, so I make up what I don't have in length, I have in width.
Stop. You are a rectangle.
I'm literally a rectangular prism of a person. If you're a Libra, let me know. I will fight you on sight.
I appreciate the Libras sometimes. I appreciate y'all, you know, being intuitive and shit. Your moon is in Libra and you're rising in Libra and you hate Libras? What is up with y'all? Okay,
it also goes down to self-loathing. I also hate myself.
If someone is listening and they are super into zodiac, can someone please just read her and be like, hey, your moon is in Libra and your rising is in Libra? Can you tell us what that means and why she hates Libra so much, other than the fact that it's like all over her chart? Because
self-loathing.
Capricorns are self-loathing. We hate ourselves and
I
everybody
hate
else.
myself more because I have Libra rising. That is like another thing to add to my hate myself checklist. Behind the scenes is World War III. Like, I will not have a Libra yell at me. I will not.
I will not stand an air sign being snappy with me.
Exactly. I will not sit here and allow that. So, of course, like, I'm like, somebody has to put her in her place.
I will chuck those scales at you. You will not.
And, like, then Debbie's watching, like, explosions happen in our house.
Don't kick me, please.
But then it's also ironic because your best friend is a Libra.
I know.
And my best friend is an Aries.
Why are they surrounding us?
But, like, I think a lot of my best friends growing up were Aries.
Areolas.
But then, like, I found as I've grown up, I've gotten closer to, like, Cancers.
Mm-hmm.
And still no Libras in my life.
But your best friend is so similar to me, and my best friend is so similar to you. Because remember when we were all in the same room that one time? Mm-hmm. And literally, like, it was like looking at a mirror. Like,
Yeah.
and we were just like vibing so hard. It was so funny to me. Dang, that was a weird like out of body experience. I was like looking at my younger self from like 8 years before.
But I wasn't your younger self. Because people think we're very similar.
Yeah, but we're very different.
But do you know what I mean? Like, in the dynamic where, like, you and your best friend, who went to high school together, are similar to me and my best friend that went to high school together. But, like, the roles are reversed. Not you chewing your tongue like it's gum. I'm trying to talk and this girl's, like, chomping. Because, like, Debbie, like, has to plan everything. She has to have everything in order.
Okay.
And I'm more likely to, like, kick a classroom door down late and be like, oh, sorry.
It straight up gives me, like, anxiety if I do not know, like, what is up. Okay, and obviously, like, the year that we had last year, obviously, I need to be, like, much more less planning because that didn't work, okay? But I don't object to loose plans. You know? If you say, keep this day open, or this time we might do this. Okay. That's great, you know? Because you might impede with me sitting on my butt watching Netflix. And I'm not going to get up when you did not confirm these plans. When I told you to confirm these plans. And also, if I say I'm busy, I could literally be laying on my floor, looking up on my popcorn ceiling, and I am busy, okay? That is busy to me. I'm trying to be better with plans, you know? I didn't buy a paper planner this year. Yeah, anyways.
I have 2 calendars.
This girl came out, has 2 calendars, has like a bullet journal, has like all that stuff.
I plan when I sleep. Leave me alone.
No, but I'm the planner, okay? She like out here dreaming about dates and times.
I just have a calendar next to my bed.
I don't have that. I do love me some color coordinated Google calendar that I started last year. Yes, I may have put nap time in my calendar for like 4 hours. I still did that. I would consider that productive. Also, here's another thing. I'm not so much like, I will put loose plans of like, okay, this is what I want to do in this day. I'm more of like an end of the day fill in the gaps so I look more productive than I actually was. Because it makes me feel better. It makes me sleep at night. This December bitch.
Excuse me.
She cannot solidify a plan for the life of her. I will be like, okay, what time you want to do this? She's like, I don't know. She's like, tell me the time.
Because in all honesty,
she tried straight up pulls a Libra on me and was like, give me a time. I don't know. Make a decision.
Because in reality, I'm going to tell you, actuality, I do not care.
Yeah, maybe you should.
Well, I do not care. I'm like, okay, I said, hey, do you want to hang out soon? And you say, okay, what time? Girl, I don't care. I made the effort. Meet me halfway, right at the borderline.
Anyways, and then she's like, why you gotta plan everything? Because no one else plans in this house. I cannot handle it.
But I don't understand why you have to plan. Like, when we're gonna, like, watch YouTube for 8 hours. Like,
because I have other things to do.
Okay, was it in your plan last night to keep me up till, like, 5 a.m.? Next time, tell me that plan.
Oh, see, now she wanna know my plan.
Because then sometimes I have, like, anxiety linked to that. Where I'm like, okay, she has a plan, but she's not telling me her plan, so she knows what's going on.
But you don't want to know the plan.
I do want to know the plan if I'm involved in the plan. But do you know what? She keeps her plans to herself. She's a cowardly planner.
No, I'm not. I don't know. Maybe it's a January Capricorn thing where it's like, if you can't do it, someone else can do it yourself. I'm like, why am I going to share my plans if no one gives a shit about my plans?
Okay, but I obviously care if you're like, okay, tomorrow morning, wake up, 6 a.m., farmer's market with Bina. And I'm out here till 3 a.m. on Instagram. And then, next thing you know, I'm being woken up at 6 a.m. Huh? I didn't know what, huh? Where am I? Like, I don't know where I am. And then you get mad when I'm groggy, when you don't tell me your plans. Because, here's the thing.
We started out friends.
I'm gonna punch you right in the vocal cords. It might also be a younger sibling.
Pretend.
I'm literally gonna punch you in the head.
Yeah.
We need to have like siblings on this
Since
shit.
my
God! What did I say?
Anyways, Kelly.
We need to have siblings on the show because we need to talk about this. It's also a younger sibling thing where they just get, like, thrown into stuff, but then they also don't get told stuff. So, like, when you have a plan, I'm like, I gotta know, because guess what? Growing up, you guys would, like, spell stuff in front of me because I couldn't read. And be like, okay, so we're going to the S-T-O-R-E. Oh, S-T-O-R-E. That's right?
Yeah.
I thought I missed the R. I was like, the stove. We going to the stove.
At the stove today.
Do you know what I mean? But I'm like, it might be a younger sibling thing where you just always feel out of the loop. So then, like, I'm like, there's literally no excuse for me to be out of the loop. This isn't Christmas. Yo, but, like, for real, I think it has to be, like, a younger sibling thing where, like, you constantly, you're like, these homies be playing it without me.
And the older siblings always like, this homie has to plan everything. We can go on and on about older sibling syndrome and younger sibling syndrome, zodiac signs and stuff. But, okay, here's what I'm going to say, right? Mm-hmm. Hear me out.
Capricorns are one of the most overlooked signs, I think.
Yeah.
I think. Everyone always talks about, like, Virgos and Aries and... You know what a sign no one ever talks about? Pisces.
Pisces people are cool, too. I'm sorry, y'all. No one talks about you enough. I think you guys are cool. But, yeah, anyways, no one really talks about us. I feel like people really like Tauruses and Virgos much better than Capricorns, which I found a little bit hurtful, not gonna lie, okay? On the outside, I may look like I have it all together, but on the inside, I may be crying a little bit, okay?
And a fun little fact to wrap it up, not a fact, but, like, something I think about when I look at all the months of the year, is that, like, from July to November, the first letter of the month is spelled Jason.
Oh, yeah.
That's something I think about a lot.
Why does it do that?
I don't get it. It's like, okay, January, February, March, April, May, June, Jason.
December.
It just makes me laugh. Jason. Just in the middle of the year. Jason.
It's like the days of the week, though, right? Like, you get to, like, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and it straight up was like WTF.
Oh, yeah.
She started looking at her calendar. You just realized that?
Yeah, because I always like how it's TWT. I always like the Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Twitter. I'm on Twitter. That's the short form for
Okay,
Twitter.
also, Kate, question. When you have a calendar or a planner, do you start on a Monday or a Sunday?
Are you talking to me?
Yeah, you.
Oh, sorry, they're done with viewers. I start on a Sunday, personally.
I like Sundays way better.
Because I grew up with Sunday, and on, like, the calendars you get at the store, it starts on Sunday. But then sometimes you'll get a weird planner that starts on a Monday.
Yeah. And they squish the weekends at the end.
But then again, it's like the agendas that you get in elementary school start on a Monday. And I never thought that was weird.
I thought they started on Sunday.
No, because they do Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday on one page. And then Thursday, Friday, and then Saturday, Sunday are on, like, the little half boxes.
Oh.
But I never thought...
I think we need to dedicate more box time to the weekends. Because that is more time that I could do stuff.
Well, yeah, but, like,
Less time for homework, more time for fun.
Anyways, that's it.
I hope you liked this episode of Mellow Girls. Someone liked our name because they said, it says Mellow Girls, and y'all quite chaotic. And I was like, okay. Ow. That hurt my feelings.
That shit kind of hurted, though.
But it's actually facts.
The whole podcast, keep in mind, like, if you've seen the eye emoji, that's what she looks at me the whole podcast like that, so it's a little unnerving. I'm glad it's ending.
And she looks at me with eye teardrop.
Yeah.
Lip, teardrop eye.
Yeah, I'm always crying.
She is Jenna Marbles' dog. Just Kermit crying all the time.
I literally am.
Yeah. I'm like, what's wrong, Kermit? And just like, glazed over eyes, just crying. I'm like, okay, sick with your two teeps.
Anyways.
I hope you like this episode.
Excuse me! I
I was.
Not gonna lie, a tear came out. Anyways, thank you for listening. And so there's going to be 10 episodes per season of this podcast. Next season, would you guys want to see us?
Do you want to see us just fight?
Because, like, I've seen some podcasts that are, like, filmed. And then I did want to have a whole, like, in a later season, have a podcast dedicated to guests. Mm-hmm. Like, have a guest on every podcast. Obviously by Zoom, because, like, coronavirus.
Yes.
Social anxiety.
Cardi B will be there.
Cardi will be our first guest.
Yeah, she'll sing our theme song.
If you want to make us a theme song.
Oh my god, yes, do that.
A jingle. But anyways, we were like, we'll have guests and stuff. Mm-hmm. Yeah, if you know.
Would you like us? Okay, so think this is your...
We have some questions.
This is your questions, everybody. 1, Next season, would you like us to tape it as well as have it like audibly? Is that the word? And then you can like catch us on the podcast links and then also catch us on YouTube, right? Would you like that? 2, if y'all can think of some guests, maybe let us know and we can contact them, you know. And also, if you are a musician or have access to a musician or anything of the sorts, and you want to write us an intro jingle,
Do it.
send it to us.
Contact email mellowgirlspodcast@gmail.com.
Yes. And we shall give it a listen.
Yes.
And if you sing, videotape it. We want to see what you look like too.
Well, not really.
But if you're a Libra,
if you are a Libra,
flag it first.
leave out the door. Mark it as like spam, and then I'll look at my spam folder and I'll find you. I'll be like, oh, a Libra with a song.
Dang, they got a jingle.
Libra on the beat. You know, it's like trigger warning,
Yeah.
white boy on the beat.
Yeah.
Trigger warning, Libra with the beat.
Dang.
Anyways, that's it. Now you doing a peace sign. It's a podcast. Anyways,
Okay, see y'all next week. Bye.
I'll come back now, you hear?